time to put on that big costume of mine for this year's Kiss Haunted House. Got enough room for my 2017 costume Superman. The weather here outside of Bath and on the way to London, it's going to be terrible. It's going to be rainy and windy and sometimes cloudy. It's like we got to beat the rush hour.
Shutterstock Music.
I see the stadium. It must be very close. But we're not going to the stadium. We're going to the arena, SSC Arena in Wembley. We've made it to SSC Arena in Wembley, right next door to Wembley Stadium, and I'm very happy that we all beat the rush hour in time. All that's left to do is to fill up our stomachs at a restaurant somewhere around Wembley Park, and then we're gonna have the best night of our lives. So here goes nothing. Look at Wembley. It's glowing in the sky. Wait, does that... Broski, does that change color every night, or is it just green? Maybe it does. Come on. We got a new reader to get to. Well, the act I'm mostly excited to see on that SSC Arena stage, it's got to be Liam Payne from One Direction. But if you guys remember from his first Kiss Haunted House party flashback.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the memo about the costumes, so I've come in my pajamas to make up for it.
He didn't get the dress code, but I'm really hoping that he's gonna get the dress code right. Like, probably get the memo about the costumes. Well, I can't wait to see his Halloween costume anyway. So, all I can say is that I'm really excited to see Liam Payne on the stage for a third time in a row. That is. We got ourselves a crowd. We're here at SSC Arena in Wembley, and we got here just in time because I think Jax Jones is going to be on first, performing some of his greatest hits from his album Snacks, and I'm so looking forward to watching him perform some of his greatest hits with all the featured artists, Ella Henderson, Ray, you name it. I don't know. He was here last year, but I didn't have time to see him. Anyways, let's enjoy this party. I gotta say, the British fans of Kiss FM UK on the radio are crazy. They were so crazy for a young T and Bugsy and Anne-Marie and Jax Jones, especially me. And I'm so excited to see Liam Payne perform in the second half of the show. So bring on the rest of the party at Kiss Haunted House. So yeah, that was last night at SSC Arena in Wembley. And it was the Kiss Haunted House Party 2019. I've had the best night ever in London, in Wembley, and in this vlog, I want to break this down. And if you're watching this right now, it's probably Halloween already, 31st of October, the last day of October, actually. But anyways, I really want to break some of this down. Some of my favorite highlights from what happened on the night of the Kiss Haunted House Party. Okay, starting off with Jax Jones. Jax Jones was the first act to perform for us, and he had loads of incredible dancers and in costumes already. Someone was dressed up as a werewolf, and the eyes and the mouth were glowing, and to make it look a little bit scary. And I think there was some mummies as well, and probably some dancers in some zombie costumes. I don't know, like those costumes, they were insane to watch on stage. And alongside Jax Jones performing for us, he was doing a mixtape of some of his greatest hits, like You Don't Know Me. Maybe he didn't perform that, but he did Instruction and This Is Real, and probably those were just a few of his greatest hits that he performed on his mixtape. and it was an amazing mixtape. And what I liked about his performance at the start of the Kiss Haunted House party was when the X Factor's very own Ella Henderson came up on stage and performed "This Is Real for Us." I mean, her voice and that amazing voice. We've missed her. It's been about 4 or 5 years since we last heard from her, since she released her debut album Chapter 1 and her single Ghost, and it was such a joy to see her on stage for the first time in 4 years, I suppose, and I can't wait to listen to her new Glorious EP in November. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So a massive shout out to Ella Henderson for performing This Is Real for Us. It was a great performance, and I really loved that really much. And what happened at the end of Jax Jones' mixtape was that he turned SSC Arena in Wembley into the Day of the Dead alongside the Lion King when they brought up a Simba mask made out of wood and paper. I think the same thing happened for one of the skeletons as well, because I think that's what the Day of the Dead is all about. I think it's not like I'm watching Coco in the cinema. And anyways, the last song at the end of his mixtape Instruction, it was just like the Day of the Dead, and I really loved it so much.
Thank you so much!
It just turned into Day of the Dead. Anyways, a massive shout out to Jax Jones for giving us the best mixtape on stage. Next up, as soon as Jax Jones finished his mixtape, as soon as he kicked off the Kiss Haunted House party with a bang, then the Kiss breakfast presenters Tom Green and Daisy Maskull came up and said hello to everyone dressed in their Halloween costumes, and I don't even know what to describe. I don't even know how to describe it, but they gave us a scale cam to see who's wearing the best Halloween costumes. Like me, I was wearing the Superman costume for the first time in 2 years back in 2017, and I think it's gotta be one of my favorite Halloween costumes I've ever wore to every single Kiss Haunted House party. Apart from last year, I dressed up as Tommy Wiseau from The Disaster Artist. This is Seb Sanford here, and I'm dressing up as Tommy Wiseau, the creator of The Room, and you might know him played by James Franco in The Disaster Artist. I'm dressing up as him for the Kiss Haunted House Party 2018 at SSC Arena in Wembley. I hope all of you love my costume. Oh, hi, Mark. It felt great. So a massive shout out to Tom and Daisy for making an entrance right after Jax Jones. It's amazing. Have a look back at what they had to say.
Evening Wembley!
Kiss is in the house!
Hello everybody.
Hello guys!
Can I just say, you guys in the front are looking absolutely fantastic.
Yes, especially
Look at
you
you.
four. I'm seeing 4 devils down here. Yes, girls, killing it!
Now, can we get a little bit of noise for the legend that is Jax Jones just then? Yes.
Yes, give it up for Jax Jones!
I think tonight is going to be very good. Right, we've got something very exciting right now, as we're going to cross over to the scare cam and make some of you famous on stage. Are we ready for that?
You ready?
Let's go to the scare cam right
Okay,
now. Look at the screen, love.
Sadly, it was all I could get right now, but I think those costumes that everyone wore in the SSC Arena were amazing, especially me. I really loved the costume that I wore for a second time, or probably for the first time in 2 years since the house party supported by Justice League. But anyways, moving on. The next act to perform was H, a British rapper named H, not as in the letter of the alphabet. It's spelled like this, A-I-T-C-H, H. And I think that's just a stage name, and I think that's a great stage name for a British rapper. And what I liked about his costume was that he was dressing up as probably as a cowboy on a horse, I suppose. I think that was inspired by the music video for Lil Nas X, Old Town Road, and I was completely jealous. I kind of wish I was in that costume right now. H riding around in his horse, rapping along to some of his greatest hits on the radio. Probably like one of those singles that he performed was Taste, and it was amazing to see H on stage riding on top of a horse. Not actually a real horse, but I thought it was a really good costume for him to wear. So a massive shout out to H for wearing that Old Town Road costume, and thank God I still love Old Town Road, probably the country song of 2019. I think he did amazing, H.
Ali, Ali, Ali.
And during breaks for the other acts to get ready for their 20-minute set, Kiss DJ, who goes by the name of Majestic, came up on stage and gave us some of his best mixtapes. Apart from the old school and anthems that they do on Kissery, that's an hour or two of old school and anthems from the past few years, I suppose. And I think he was a really good DJ, and his costume was that he was dressed up as a Terminator, and probably to celebrate the release of Terminator Dark Fate, which is already in cinemas in the UK, and will probably be in cinemas in the US on November 1st, so shout out to Majestic for picking the most insane Terminator costume and makeup. I do wish I wore that makeup as well. According to what I recorded for my Twitter page back on the 25th of October, this is how I party to when Majestic plays his mixtapes in between breaks for each act who is getting ready for the 20-minute set. Here's what I've recorded for my Twitter page. Probably I'll give you about 7 or 8 seconds of it. Well, how about a few more seconds? Just probably a few more seconds. Here you go. Anyways, that was the way I partied to Majestic's mixtapes in between breaks for each act. And now, for the next act, there was Anne-Marie, and her Halloween costume for 2019 was that she dressed up as American singer Billie Eilish, the one who did Bad Guy. And I really loved the Billie Eilish costume that Anne-Marie wore. I mean, who's the bad guy around these parts now? Anne-Marie or Billie Eilish? The answer is, duh, which means a little bit of both. And that's why Anne-Marie got up on stage and sung her 3 songs, Ciao Adios, and 2002, and her song with Marshmello, Friends. I mean, it was a great costume for her to wear on such a great night at SSE Arena, so a massive shout out to Anne-Marie for picking the best costume. And the same thing that happened to Rita Ora last year at 2018's house party. She dressed up as Post Malone, and I had no idea that Rita Ora was going to dress up as Post Malone, and I think Rita Ora, she wore a fantastic costume for 2018, and Anne-Marie's costume is the Rita Ora costume we were looking for this year.
Happy Halloween!
So yeah, as soon as Anne-Marie finished her performance on that SSE Arena stage, it was time for a quick 15-minute break, so I was hanging and chilling in the SSE Arena VIP lounge, and I had a couple of drinks of water. It's hard to remember what happened in the VIP lounge, but I'd rather not explain it, but it looks like I was having the best time so far. And now, after that 15-minute break, we had a bit of we had a DJ set from Majestic to kick off the second half of the Kiss Haunted House. And then after Majestic finished performing, Liam Payne from One Direction came up on stage and smashed it with his 3 songs. First off, he started off with Strip That Down, the one he wrote with Ed Sheeran and featured Quavo from Migos on that track. And he also performed Familiar with the song he did with J Balvin last year. And he performed his newest song, Stack It Up, the new song with A Boogie with the Hoodie. That rhymes, doesn't it? I think that's a really good stage name for an American rapper. And Liam Payne, he manages to smash it every time he sings on that SSE Arena stage. And And the costumes that he was wearing, it was the same as me, a Superman costume, but it was a Clark Kent transforming into Superman type of costume thing, and I liked it.
It's so great to be here performing in the UK with you guys. People at the back, I can see you as well. Hello. So, who dressed up tonight? Who is feeling themselves? I like the confidence, it's great. I thought I'd go for a little Superman kind of Clark Kent thing.
And the other thing that Liam Payne mentioned on stage to the fans, to the One Direction fans, Liam can tell the best One Direction story from each of his members who are also going solo, like Niall, Louis, and Howie, and Liam, of course. And here's what he had to say on stage.
This is great, I love performing here. It's funny. I mean, it's always funny for me coming back to this place. I mean, this is where One Direction were actually made. You know? And here we are many years later, and we're still all doing our thing. Everybody heard Harry's new single, it's great, right? Louis dropped a new thing the other day. Niall's out there, he's doing his thing. So it's, I mean, it's almost a One Direction album out right now. Everyone's like, when are you getting back together? It's kind of already there for the play, so. Okay, this next one I got for you is my latest single. This is the one that I put out there. Who loves, well, nobody likes working hard, but who works hard? I know you all work hard.
Yep, each of their solo material is amazing. Howie did really well with Lights Up. Louis Tomlinson, he did well with some of his tracks from his new debut album, Walls, so far, and I can't wait to hear the full album at the beginning of 2020. And Niall Horan, his new song Nice to Meet Ya is really good. I can't wait to hear his second album really soon. So yeah, I think this is going to be a fun year for One Direction and for Liam Payne. I can't wait to hear his debut album titled LP1 at the end of the year. It will probably be the perfect Christmas gift for Liam Payne fans everywhere. So yeah, Liam Payne fans, what are you waiting for? Hit the stores and pick one up when it hits stores in December. Then after Liam Payne finished performing on that SSE Arena stage, Sean Paul came up and did some of his favorite hits from the past few years, including his old school and anthems. Anyways, one of my favorite performances from Sean Paul back at the SSE Arena was when he rapped along and sang along to his song Cheap Thrills. It's the one that he did with Sia back in 2016, and also he opened up his 20-minute set with No Lie, his song he did with Dua Lipa back in 2016, maybe 2017, maybe it's 2017, I don't know. But anyways, it looks like the fans who enjoy listening to Sean Paul's music were going crazy for him, and yeah, it was, I don't have any words to describe Sean Paul's set back at the Kiss Haunted House, but it must have been a lot of fun, like cheering on the Jamaican flag, and because that's where he's from, he started dancing and rapping and singing just like they do in Jamaica. And I'm giving a massive shout out to Sean Paul for getting us out of our seats and dancing along to all of your favorite hits, all of the amazing hits for the past few years, for the past up to now. And then finally, to end the Kiss Haunted House for 2019, British UK rapper Stormzy came up on stage and shut the place down with loads of his amazing hits all across the UK, like Take Me Back to London that he did with Ed Sheeran, and Big for Your Boots, and his newest song called Fussy Bop. I know it's kind of an odd name for a song, but I don't even know what that means, but I'm pretty sure everyone enjoyed Stormzy's performance back at the arena. And yeah, again, he shut the place down, just like other rappers said in their songs. They shut the place down. So a massive shout out to Stormzy for shutting it down on the Friday night of Haunted House. So yeah, that's about it for this vlog, and that's my vlog of all the highlights, probably some of my favorite highlights from what happened at the Kiss Haunted House Party 2019 at Wembley's SSE Arena, right next door to the Wembley Stadium. It was a lot of fun, and everyone who performed back at the Kiss Haunted House Party back at the arena. I think you all did an amazing job, and especially the Kiss presenters, Tom and Daisy. I think that's all I have to say for this bit. I think that's the only outro I'm gonna give. So, guys, thanks for watching with me. Thanks for going over this video with me. And if you like what you've just seen, be sure to hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel and turn on those notifications. And you could also follow me on my socials. The links are in the description. And you can probably follow Kiss of MUK on socials as well. I think I put that in the description as well. And you could subscribe to their YouTube channel as well. You'll probably search that in the I box, probably on my top right corner. You're probably gonna have a go at watching the highlights from the night of the haunted house party anyway. But anyways, thanks for watching with me, and for those of you watching, have a happy Halloween. I think that's about it for me. See you later, guys. Peace.